If you're in the market for a new laptop and you specifically want an OLED screen, then let's take a look at the ASUS Vivobook Pro Oled M3500Q that I have over here.
Nice.
How's it going, guys? Rob here, and today we'll be taking a look at the ASUS Vivobook Pro. As mentioned, it is the OLED model, and I was lucky enough to have a buddy of mine purchase this and let me review it. Now, before we get into the video deeper, guys, if you are enjoying this video, please make sure to sub to the channel, leave a like on this video. So the Vivobook Pro is really their mid-range laptop line, and you could tell from the packaging right away that it comes in a plain brown box, and all you're getting inside is the laptop, the charger, and a bunch of stickers, because nothing says professional like showing up to a nice corporate job with a suit, tie, and a laptop that is sticker bombed with stickers that say ditch the load in pink. So I reviewed in the past the ZenBook from ASUS, the OLED version as well, and you could tell just from the packaging and the way it arrives with, a leather sleeve for the laptop and just the packaging itself in a nicer box, that you could tell the ZenBook is really where they focus their premier materials or higher end materials for the packaging. So would you rather have a better packaging but a cheaper product, or a better product and a cheaper packaging? Obviously you want the better product at the end of the day, because the packaging is going to get thrown out if you're a psycho, or if you're a tech person, it's going to get thrown in a closet with a bunch of other boxes that you will have use for one day. This one, we were able to find a good deal on it because Best Buy had a Geek Squad approved open box version, which was basically brand new for 850 Canadian dollars, which for the specs you're getting is pretty much a steal. This is obviously the Vivobook Pro M3500Q. They have different variations and with different specs, but that is basically the lineup here. This is a 15.6-inch screen laptop, so it is a good size. It is the ideal size. I don't like anything bigger than that. I find that for laptops, you want to go for the portability factor of it. So you don't want like a 17-inch laptop or something. If you want something that's going to be bigger, you could just hook it up to a dock and then just get yourself an external monitor. It isn't the lightest laptop. It comes in at just over 3 pounds, which is definitely not heavy, but it's not the lightest I've seen. And it isn't the thinnest laptop compared to something like, if you go for like a MacBook or something, it is over 20 millimeters. So it's still fairly thin, but not the thinnest out there. So really, when you talk about mid-range, it's really mid-range on everything. You're getting a metal cover here, which is obviously a fingerprint magnet, and you're getting a plastic chassis, which does have some flex on it when you're going to type and stuff, but nothing too noticeable, so that's fine. As mentioned, with this laptop, you're getting a full-size keyboard. The typing experience is laptop typing experience. Don't expect it to be fantastic. You're getting a dedicated number pad, and unfortunately, because we are in Canada, this laptop comes with a bilingual keyboard, which basically takes up a lot of room on the keyboard, but those be the rules. This is not a gaming laptop, but it does have a dedicated GPU, and it has a Ryzen 7 5000 series, so it has a Ryzen 7 5800HS, 8 cores, 16 threads, so plenty of power for productivity use. And if you want a game, it does have a dedicated GPU with an RTX 3050. Obviously not the strongest GPU out there, but it's definitely better, and an upgrade from your integrated Radeon graphics that you would get. The laptop screen does not open all the way flat, which I would have liked to see, obviously, just a little bit more to give you some of that flexibility, but it is completely fine. Now, obviously, one of the first things you want to do when you get a laptop like this is please remove all the advertisement stickers for McAfee and all that crap, because it comes with it, and the first thing you want to do is uninstall that crap, because it'll slow down your PC for absolutely no reason. The best antivirus is still, in my opinion, common sense. You could use Malwarebytes if you want. You have Windows Defender built in. Now, on the sides here, you are getting 2 USB-A on this side, and that is it on the left side. And then on the right side is where you're going to find a bit more I/O. You're going to have your headphone jack, another USB-A, full-size HDMI, a USB-C, and a micro SD card reader. Now, the USB-C is not Thunderbolt, so that is kind of disappointing. And of course, on this side, one thing I didn't mention is you have the charger, which ASUS, why in 2024 are we still not on the USB-C charger? Why are we still using these chargers? Just give me a USB-C Thunderbolt charger, please. So that is one of the biggest cons for me with this laptop. And a very large trackpad here, which actually fits an entire full size. And this is the glorious Model O Pro, which is not a small mouse to begin with, and it fits inside the trackpad. So very large trackpad, which is nice. And then on top over here, you have a privacy shutter webcam, and the webcam unfortunately is only 720p 30 fps, which is not what I would like to see in a laptop at this price point.
So this is testing the webcam and microphone on the Vivobook. It is a 720p webcam at 30 FPS, so kind of disappointing, but this is a live test.
So it has a Ryzen 7 5800HS, so Ryzen 7 5000 series with 8 cores, 16 thread, 3.2 base, 4.5 boost, 16 gigs of 3200 RAM, which are not upgradable. You also have built-in Harman Kardon speakers, which, you know, it's nice to have a brand name attributed, but here is a sound test, and you could tell that they're okay. They're laptop speakers, don't expect much. So after using this laptop for a bit, running a few synthetic benchmarks quickly just to kind of see what the laptop can do. After 2 runs of Cinebench R23, it got around just under 8800 and just over 8800 on the second try. But more importantly, it didn't even get past 70 degrees Celsius on the stress test, which is nice. Obviously, it's not a full long-term stress test, but it's enough to really gauge, you know, how it's going to perform on average. This laptop is going to be able to handle it. The Ryzen 7 8 core is going to be more than enough to handle everything he needs to, especially that it's a lot of web-based applications. You'll be completely fine with that. It's a 3050, but I did run it through TimeSpy and it just got over 3000, which is not fantastic. But then again, it is a 3050. And obviously games like CSGO and Fortnite, you're gonna get that 60 FPS no problem for a competitive game. The reason why I say that 60 FPS is because the screen is only 60 hertz, which, you know, it's for gaming, for FPS or competitive gaming is not what you want. But for a 3050 and a laptop, 60 FPS is completely fine, especially with some of the games that you might want to play. So for example, Red Dead Redemption 2, which we all know is a graphically intense game, during the benchmark at a mix of high settings, actually pretty much high settings, ran at an average of 44 FPS. And if you would tweak that to play with medium to high settings, maybe some low settings in there, you're going to be able to hit 60 FPS, which is fantastic on a laptop. And then obviously with an OLED screen, play some games that are a lot more fun and beautiful to look at, like Ori and the Blind Forest is an amazing game. So the 3050 does give you that flexibility and versatility to be able to run single player games or play some more competitive games. Just remember that the screen is only 60 hertz, so you're not going to get that super high refresh rate. So aim for that 60 FPS and you'll be able to play games no problem. So this laptop has a 63 watt hour battery and it comes with a 120 watt charging brick for fast charging. I just wish, as mentioned, it was USB-C and not this proprietary or whatever this charging port is called, but it does come with a 120 watt brick charger over here and it is 63 watt hour battery. Now from my experience using it limited time, here's what I will gauge on the battery life. If you play something like The Witcher, Red Dead Redemption, and you're going on intense high performance gaming, maybe you're going to get a couple hours out of this laptop. But if you're going to be doing something more web-based, productivity, general usage, watching YouTube videos and stuff like that, you'll be able to get that standard 6 to 8 hours depending on brightness and all the other factors, background applications, whatever it is. But I would say 6 to 8 hours of battery life on regular everyday usage. But you have the fast charger, which is great. So plug it in for a bit and it'll charge up pretty quickly. Now, the advantage of a laptop like this also is the fact that with its kind of dedicated GPU versus integrated graphics, it does use the integrated graphics for, you know, running the screen, and then go into your settings or your NVIDIA control panel, and then you could choose what GPU you want it to use depending on the application. So if you want more content creator or heavier applications in gaming, make sure you go in and that it's set to the NVIDIA GPU for the 3050. The pièce de résistance about this laptop is the fact that it has an OLED panel. However, the negative part of that for me is the fact that, hey, ASUS, you created this beautiful OLED laptop, 100% DCI-P3 color accuracy, but you're only getting in a 1080p, which is not a bad thing at the 15-inch screen, but you would think that, I don't know, I was just expecting just a bit higher resolution than FHD. I was expecting just maybe that, I was just surprised that a laptop at this price with a screen like this was coming in only 1080p. It's not horrible, it's fine, it still looks beautiful with the color accuracy. I was just, maybe I should have managed my expectations better for the price. If you don't know how OLED works, is basically each individual pixel has its own backlight instead of having dedicated backlight zones throughout the screen. So if you have a screen that has a black background or a black night sky or whatever you want to show, just nothing showing, the light on the pixel will just turn off and you cannot get darker than having no light, the absence of light. It's a very well-rounded laptop. It offers a lot of positives and some negatives that really bother me, because I find the negatives are pretty big ones. For me anyway, it might not be this case for everybody. Kind of wish for the price you were getting a bit those better features. So I don't think this laptop is a good purchase at its regular price of 1500. Obviously, this is in Canadian loonies. The deal that we found for 850 is a fantastic deal. So this laptop at 850 is a steal because it offers a lot of performance for a sub 1000 Canadian. And 850 Canadian is what, like 6 something US? The fact that it doesn't have a USB-C Thunderbolt and it doesn't have a USB-C charger, it really bothers me. I don't know if it's just me. If I go somewhere, if I go on a business trip, all I have to carry is one charger. That's fantastic. If you think about it, a laptop that uses USB-C are everywhere. My corporate laptop, my work laptop is USB-C, and it comes with a fast charger. My phone is the Galaxy S21 Ultra, USB-C. My Sennheiser headphones, the HD 450s, are USB-C. Steam Deck, USB-C. I don't need to bring any other chargers. You have one charger. That's it. So just to have to carry something extra with me, it really bothers me. The webcam, I don't like it. 720p should be a sin on a laptop that you call pro. I think that you should have gone with the 1080p. On a budget entry level laptop, 720p is fine. On a laptop that's $1,500 MSRP, you should get a 1080p webcam. It does come with a 512 gig SSD, which is completely fine, and they have a 1 TB version, and they also have one that comes with a Ryzen 9. But again, if this one was 1500, I'm guessing that one's going to be about $2,000. So I have to go uninstall these games and programs now that I used to test everything. So that'll do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below. It'd be greatly appreciated, and I will catch you guys in the next one.